Welcome back, everyone, to episode 17 of my Bloodborne lore play. First of all, let's go ahead and look at the weapon that I picked up, which was the Rakuyo. Oh, they're not going to let me move. All right, there we go. Take two. Let's look at the Rakuyo, which is what that shark dropped. Rakuyo, hunter weapon wielded by Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower. A trick sword originated in the same country as the Cainhurst Chikage, only this sword feeds not off blood, but instead demands great dexterity. Lady Maria was fond of this aspect of the Rakuyo, as she frowned upon blood blades, despite being a distant relative of the queen. But one day she abandoned her beloved Rakuyo, casting it into a dark well when she could stomach its presence no longer. So a lot of information that we were trying to infer was relayed in this particular item description. Number one, she was in fact a relative of the queen. And since we had already talked about the fact that the families of Cainhurst, or family, I guess the royal family of Cainhurst, was very likely a distant relative of the Tumerians, that would explain their appearance, which is much like Lady Maria, tall, thin, pale skin, eyes that are, in the case of the human descendants of the Tumerians, pale and white as well. In the case of Maria and the doll, they both have very pale eyes as well. But also it talks about the fact that she had a disdain for the type of weaponry that Cainhurst tended to use, which, as we saw with the Bloody Crow of Cainhurst, tend to involve drawing blood from their own body to empower the weapons. If you use the weapon that we got from, I think it was it Brador? Bloodletter. So the way these kinds of weapons work is they actually lower your health, a pretty significant chunk, but in exchange, the weapon becomes significantly buffed. I believe you can just recover the health using a blood vial, but the strength that you gain from buffing it usually outweighs what little health you tend to lose by buffing it. So that's what she did not like. She didn't like weapons that were strengthened by the use of blood directly from your own body. But more importantly, and let's go back to the item description, it mentions that she abandoned this weapon and cast it into a dark well. Well, where did we find the weapon? We found it in the bottom of a well. She cast it away in the fishing hamlet. So clearly at some point she was with the either Healing Church or the Scholars of Byrgenwerth in this village doing whatever it was that they had been tasked with doing. And the act of it, because it was most likely taking advantage of these fishing villagers, since they had been morphed or transformed as a result of direct interaction with the water or the creature that lived in the water that we saw at the very end of the episode, that pale white creature. They were, the Scholars of Byrgenwerth and the Healing Church were either killing and harvesting blood or organs or something else from the villagers, or possibly their eyeballs, because we know that eyeballs were in high demand as part of the Scholars of Byrgenwerth's line of thinking, where in order to elevate their minds to a new plane, they thought they needed to line them with eyeballs on the inside in a very literal sense. The violence and wanton destruction of this village sickened her. She threw away her weapon, and it's very likely that this is around the time that she committed suicide. Now, is that a literal act of what happened? Well, we find a tombstone right here, and it has one of those lumen flowers. And Lady Maria was sitting right outside of the giant lumen wood garden next to the research hall. So if this is here in the dream, in the waking world, this is very likely where she was buried, because she did in fact commit suicide. So that's just a nice little bit of lore involving that weapon, which is why I wanted to get it. in the first place was. It does kind of put a close on the fact that Lady Maria, much like Jura out in Old Yarnum, had a conscience, and they did not like what was happening as a result of the acts of the Healing Church or Bergenworth. And even though they had started out working for those organizations, they clearly wanted out. In the case of Jura, he was just killing anyone who came into Old Yarnum trying to hurt the beasts. In the case of Lady Maria, it's possible that she took over stewardship of the research hall after she had cast away her weapon. It's possible she was already doing that around the time that she was tasked with coming to this village, but we will go into why it's likely that this act here took place before the research hall towards the end of this episode. Hopefully, if I can beat the Orphan of Kos in this episode. I hope it doesn't take all day. And then as for the dialogue that the doll said after we went back and tried to level up, she was indicating that she was a direct replica of Lady Maria that Gehrman had created. And even though it was just a doll, it was animated in the dream, and it shared some of the emotions that Lady Maria also had when she was alive, but also in the nightmare. There is a connection between the two of them. There was lots of little visual and dialogue cues along the way that was supposed to be a replica of Lady Maria, but that is the most direct evidence that we have, is that as soon as Lady Maria dies and you go back and talk to the doll, she says, "Oh, I feel like I've been unshackled." That's because we set Lady Maria free of the nightmare. So anyway, this would be the time during the beginning of every third episode or so that I would do a story recap, just kind of wrapping up what we had accomplished in the previous 3 episodes. Episode 14 was basically me just butting my head against a wall against the Bloody Crow of Canehurst and Lawrence. So there wasn't a ton of dialogue or lore to gain from that episode. And I thought this may be another one of those episodes where literally I'm just fighting a boss over and over and over. So we're going to forego that for this episode. Probably at the beginning of episode 18, I will go ahead and recap what's happened in the last couple episodes. So let's just get straight into it. I fear that this may be another episode where I spend an inordinate amount of time fighting the boss and having to edit in post-production all the runs back to Orphan of Kos, but who knows, maybe I'll get lucky this particular episode. So I gotta get a drink here. Also, and I think this would be important to note, I did do some leveling off camera. Basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to get my arcane to level 40. The reason for that is it will now allow me to use a Call Beyond. A Call Beyond is a very powerful arcane item that fires a bunch of heat-seeking bursts of energy that may help me out in this fight, maybe not. It is a very expensive skill, so I can only use it 2 or 3 times at most, but anything to tip the odds in our favor. Anyway, here we go. In fact, I'll just do it right off the bat to see how it works out. Go get him! Look at that. Big hits. 750 for 1 hit. Now, that's not going to be a game breaker by any means, but maybe it'll make the difference at the very end when he starts getting very flaily. I might also try to do a couple of staggers, who knows. Ow! All right, into it. That was a terrible dodge. Lucky I didn't get hit. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Ow! Oh, right on the corpse of his mama. Okay, stop dodging into him! Oh, no you don't. He's throwing his placenta at me. You jerk. Nope, didn't hit him. Get in there! Oh! Big Visso. Oh, those are dangerous attacks. Oh, I got the stagger, but I couldn't capitalize on it. Oh, damn. Ah. Oh, went too far. Owie! Oh! Ah! I gotta start pressing the attack. He's getting aggressive and I'm running out of blood here. Ah, crap. Owie! It's tough now, but he hasn't even gotten to the second phase in any of the fights that I've had with him yet. That's when things are really gonna get screwy. Ah, wow. Big combo on his part. Ah, I couldn't take advantage. Ow. Blood up. Do another one. Uh-oh. Back up. Again, I'm as surprised as anyone that this is one of the few enemies in the game that you can actually parry. Well, I'd say few, but actually many enemies in this game can be parried. It's just, you don't expect to see that from a boss. Unless they're human, and this is most definitely not a human. Oh! I don't know how I dodged that. Ouch! Oh, man. Let's fire one of these off. Enjoy! Owie! Oh, none of them hit! Ouch! 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 Ah, I can't get out of the way. Ooh, big hit. Damn. This ain't going very well. I was hoping for a better run up to the transformation. Still haven't seen it yet. His little back flaps will start going wild when he transforms, I believe. Oh, yeah. Give me that. Suck it. Alright, this is probably where he transforms. There he goes. Nope. Oh. Oh, there he goes. Some big hits on him while I had a chance. Because now it's going to get real bad. He's got some lightning attacks that are going to start happening any second now. Owie! Oh, God, I don't know what happened there. I'm dead. Ah! Damn. I may be dead. I may not be dead. I may be dead. Ah, come on. That was cheap. I don't even know where he went. Here comes a lightning attack, I bet. Yep. Thank you for showing me your ass for so long. Ah, I'm dead. Damn it! Ah, I thought I was getting him. Oh, come on. I had it and I rolled away. Back up. I'm walking on your mom. Whoa! He threw a knuckleball. Things were going well at the beginning, and now they're just going garbage. Come on, get some hits in. Get some hits in. I need something I can parry. Well, that was close, but not quite. Ah, come on! Quit throwing your placenta turd balls at me. Nope. I thought I had that for sure! Come on! Screw you. I haven't really done Black Sky Eye on him. I wonder if this will do any more damage. Let's give it a shot. Eh. Oh, come on, I had it. That was just a botch on my part. I didn't have faith in my timing. See, I just can't get the timing right on this one. Got him that time. Oh, I should have rolled. I'm dead. That nasty little turd ball gets you every damn time. Don't know how to avoid it. Get him. Haha, I called it that time, buddy. Called my shot. I said I gotcha. Nope. And I'm dead. Oh, I'm not. That should have killed me. I'm dead. Although, now would be a good time to experiment with Augur Briatus, which I've heard does work when he jumps. Oh, that didn't work. I guess they mean if you actually time it right, which I didn't. And I'm dead. God damn. I got one hit. One tiny hit on him. The string hit me. That was nonsense. Your umbilical cord does not do 400 damage. I refuse. This is what you get for that. Damn it. Never works out. Ah. How did that hit? Uh-oh. Too many dodges! Ah! Owie! Blood up, blood up, blood up. Oh. Damn it. That just served to piss him off. That didn't help me. The backswing. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Ah, damn it. He had been using it as a club the whole time. And then he decides to whip it. You. Uh-oh. I should have been backing away. That was dumb. Ah, he's transforming. Get in there and get some cheap hits. Oh, man. Blood up, blood up. Blood up. Ah, what was that? That was some bullshit. Nope, that was a bad try. Damn. Come on. Ah, what? How did that not hit you? Damn it! Bathroom break. Terrible run. Terrible, terrible run. Wasted too many blood vials. Uh-oh. Big hits. Uh-oh. Oh. That's some bullshit. Get those hits in! Get those in! Oh no. No! So close! Nope. Damn. Oh, 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 oh. Blood back. Thank you. Damn you. Come on, do something. Not that. Damn it! Uh-oh. Alright, time to get aggressive. Oh, heal up, heal up. Come on. Come on! Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! My heart is racing right now. That was ridiculous how hard that turned out. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the new item we just picked up. It is a weapon, the Kos Parasite. Kos Parasite. When the carcass of Kos washed up on the coast, its insides were teeming with tiny parasites, unlike any found in humans. This atypical weapon can only be clasped tight and swung, but a Kos Parasite is said to stimulate phantasms inhabiting a lumen wood. So this is the key to how Byrgenwerth and the Healing Church started to create Celestials. Basically, what they found was if they captured these Kos parasites, which were only found inside of the bodies of those who were infected with them, they could bring them to their lumen wood. The lumen wood would release phantasms, and they would surgically or possibly feed these phantasms to their patients or unwilling patients. Those phantasms would help transform the individuals into celestial mobs. So it wasn't tainted water, it wasn't injecting them with huge amounts of blood. It was parasites that they found, not just in the Orphan of Kos, but in the large body washed up on shore of Kos, because this is Kos right here. This large fish creature, who, by the way, if you look very closely, I think it's the case with this one, has a face. See the mouth, the nose. So this is potentially always was a great one, potentially from some kind of taint in the water itself, became a great one, as you could tell by all the creatures standing outside of the chamber coming down to Kos. They all kind of look like this, but not quite. So the death of Kos, either intentionally by the members of Byrgenwerth or unintentionally, maybe it died out in the water and washed ashore, but because it was teeming with parasites, inspired Byrgenwerth to go on its murderous rampage of the fishing hamlet, caused, in theory, because you could hear one of the members of the village chanting a curse, created the nightmare. And we're looking at it right there. This is a physical embodiment of the nightmare. This little black tendrily thing. So I think we have to just hit it to get rid of it. I guess I'll find out right now. Yep, there we go. We have succeeded in ending the nightmare. We did it.
Sweet child of Kos, returned to the ocean. A bottomless curse, a bottomless sea, accepting of all that there is and can be.
Not sure who is supposed to be talking there. Usually these voices can be placed for someone. I think when we were initially pulled into the nightmare by the amygdala. The voice that we were hearing, and I would have to double check this, was that of Lady Maria. Lady Maria recognized that she was trapped inside of the nightmare because of the actions of the Healing Church in Bergenworth, and recognized that the people who were being trapped there were part of a curse. And she may have even heard the villager that was cursing everyone earlier on when you walked past that guy who was saying basically the same thing that she was. Hard to say, but the male voice there, I don't know who that's supposed to be. And that looks an awful lot like an eyeball. Is that an eyeball? No, just a weird shadow. Right? Oh, stupid specter. All right, anyway. Let's go ahead and head back to the Hunter's Dream. As much as I would like to begin the next area, I don't know if I should do that. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Wasn't trying to hit you, poor doll. You didn't deserve that. I wonder if she says anything different. We did just accomplish something incredible.
Oh, good hunter.
Ah.
I can hear German sleeping. On any other night, he'd be restless. But on this night, he sounds so very calm. Perhaps something has eased his suffering.
So even she's aware, whether or not she knows what exactly happened, that the nightmare has ended.
Good hunter.
Nothing else she says there.
Farewell, May.
Alright, so I don't think we gained any weapons or new equipment from killing Kos other than, or the Orphan of Kos, other than the one that we were awarded just for doing the deed. But we can always check. Yeah, now you can just buy that Kos parasite, but that was something that we would have been able to do simply by picking it up. The fountain always has equipment available that you find. It's possible something in the messenger bath up here. Nothing there. Nothing there. No. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, so. She also said she could hear Gehrman. Let's see if we can find him and get a little extra text, but might not happen. Nope, nothing. And I don't know if he goes anywhere else other than inside the house or back here behind the main building. At least not at this point in the game. Yeah, that's alright. And I'll tell you what. At the very least, we can dip our toes into the very beginning of the next major area. Might be able to get to the first boss. I think that would be a challenge, and I will probably edit a bunch of the failed attempts on the Orphan of Kos anyway, so yeah, we'll do it. We'll give it a shot. We made progress this episode, and that's the important part. Now, I don't think it's this one. It is not. It might be this one. Areas to see, Yahargul Chapel, Advent Plaza. I think that's the one we want to go to. So, we got to go back in time a couple of episodes. I guess it was the end of episode 12. We had made our way into the, I guess it's called Advent Plaza, where, yep, this is it, where we had fought the One Reborn. The bell-ringing maidens basically summoned a creature that, from what we can tell, based on what we saw out here against the walls where all these people got merged forcibly into the surrounding structures as part of this ritual that was being conducted. Some of them got forced into walls. Some of them got pulled together. I mean, that would be what I would assume is all those caskets walking around up there. And in the case of this one large ritual where they were trying to, I don't know if they were trying to summon this creature specifically or trying to conduct something else, and this was a byproduct, but a huge mass of bloody body parts got pulled together into one creature that we had to fight. When we finished that, we opened a path back behind it, the Advent Plaza here, to a room that we talked about in brief. That room was where the School of Mensis was conducting their ritual. And as I had mentioned before, some of these people were here willingly. And if you look around, I believe you'll find some of them actually are shackled to their chairs. You can see around their legs are shackles, maybe around some of their hands as well. And of course, even though all of these bodies basically got destroyed, this one here looked fairly intact, but you can see he also died. He is the leader of the School of Mensis, and most likely the one that had the idea of the nightmare. Maybe it's something that exists in the mind of the person who creates it, which would explain why the nightmare, the hunter's nightmare that we were in before, worked out the way it did. So, we're back in the lecture building. I don't know if there's anything unique in here. Light the lamp. So I was worried that we would blow through too much content here before we got to the next episode. I don't think that's the case at all. I think we're going to be all right. Don't know if we can open this. Oh, guess we can. See if we got any oogie boogies trying to drop on us. Sedatives. I burned through a ton of those in the previous episode trying to get past those winter lanterns. Very unfortunate. Hey, look who it is. Owie! After all I've been through, these guys are almost pushovers. Almost. Hello. Yeah, I don't think so, guy. So we had been on the first floor when we initially came here. Now we get to see all those jerks down below. And maybe something on the roof. Now what this trip back into the lecture hall most likely means is the lecture hall at some point became a medium for traversal between the realms for people who maybe had never been in a contract with the Hunter's Dream. Master Willem was right. Evolution without courage will be the ruin of our race. So it seems that someone was acknowledging that the use of old blood to transform is not the right way. And that's likely a note that was put there by someone from the School of Mensis. Evolution without courage, what they may mean by that is, of course, nightmares are very frightening, and even if that is the way to evolve your mind, if you're too cowardly to do it because you don't want to be scared to death, you won't enter the nightmare. So this had been previously our path into the nightmare frontier. Now, if someone else had conceived a new nightmare, we will likely find it by going through doors at the end of the lecture building as well. Haha. Waiting for that one trap that's going to get me. The nameless moon presence beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. Pale blood. So we had been hinting at this before, and I had even tried to use some evidence that we had in-game that this was the case. But we initially came here with the idea that pale blood was something that would cure our own ailment, whatever that was that we had assigned. I don't know if it's even in the card here. No, it's not. We thought pale blood was actually blood, that it was a treatment that we could use. Well, it turns out, as this says, it was a moon presence that was beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. Now, that means the Healing Church. It could also mean the Hunters. We will delve into that probably at a later time, but what we know for certain is pale blood is not blood. It is the name of a creature, possibly a great one. 3 third chords. That's telling us something very important, but it's also being very obtuse about that. Now, what have we picked up at this point? 1/3 of an umbilical cord. 1/3 of an umbilical cord. So this is saying we need to find another one. And we'll delve into the importance of those cords and how they had been used up to this point later in the game. Most likely at the last episode. Hey, big boy. Whoa! I don't want to die to you. You're big and slow. I'm fresh off of killing the Orphan of Kos. You shouldn't be giving me any trouble. Maybe give me some blood. I didn't even use the blood echoes we earned. That's how confident I am in my abilities. Also, I forgot. Alright, so important to note, there is a ladder that goes down right there. That is going to lead us to somewhere fairly important, but we will check it out in a couple of minutes. Let's just go ahead and clear the rest of this area. And there is the door that we need to go through, essentially, to enter the nightmare. We're in the opposite hall of the lecture building. And as usual, there's someone waiting for us. And killed him in one shot. The value of arcane enemies that bug you, you could just poke away at them from a distance safely. I don't think there was anyone else up here. It's alright. And I think we just finished the circle we ran in, but there's an item here we can pick up. Communion. So I think we had already had one of those. This is probably another weaker version of what we already have. Yeah, see, this is the same as the other ones, and I think we already had 1, 3, and 4, so 2 is just another weaker version of the one that we're currently equipped with. So, I don't think there was a door here, was there? No. We're almost certainly done with the upper floor. There isn't a ton of additional stuff in this area. Hello. Oh! Almost forgot. We're fighting kin-type enemies, so let's go ahead and put on our Tonitrus. I'll help finish them off rather quickly. Look at that. One hit. That's all it takes. Bloodstone chunk. Probably would have been nice when I was trying to build up that sword, which we'll probably never use again. Not a ton of utility to it at this point. I'm gonna beat up this guy. Listen, I have been bullied for 2 episodes. It's payback time. Alright, so let's go back down this way and head for the ladder. Now, if you remember the lower floor of the lecture building, There was a door that we could not enter, and there was a gentleman behind said door. Well, now we have a way down to the room where he was hiding. There he is. And of course, we get insight because if you hadn't figured it out from the Nightmare Frontier, the creature clinging on the wall was this gentleman here, and now we know for certain he's a giant spider.
Oh, this cannot be. You cannot be. No, you didn't. Lord Amygdala? How did this come to pass?
I killed him. Her?
Now, wait just a moment. Do you think ill of me? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, it pains me to hear it. You've made yourself a misreckoning. I shared with you a thing most secret. Now, you're witness to a miracle, and all the stronger for it. It's plain as a pikestaff. Now, say in my heart, you were as a lamb to my God. Well, you weren't to know, and it wasn't for you to know. All's well that ends well, I say.
You're still a dick.
Such details are trifling. We're fast friends by now. Let this express what words cannot.
Ooh, I think that is the one that buffs your stamina.
Oh, doubt me not, sweet compeer. What is friendship but a chance encounter? Well met. My apologies, but I feel a profound thought occurring on the good grace of a certain God and the way he meted out his love.
So again, what he may be inferring is that if we were a lamb to his god when we entered the Nightmare Realm, it could be that we were unwitting subjects to his realm, and the fact that it was a nightmare meant that we were meant to experience fear. And as I had mentioned before, amygdala, meaning the region of the brain where the emotion fear is generated. Amygdala may actually feed on human fear or animal fear or any kind of fear. So dragging people into the Nightmare Frontier may have been a way for amygdala to feast. That would also explain, again, why when we went back to Yahar Ghul after the Mensis rituals were being conducted or had already finished, every single building in that area had an amygdala on it because they were feeding on people's fear. So we could kill whatever his name is. I don't remember it. In other games, he's usually known as... I'm blanking on the name. This is the character that shows up in all of the other Dark Souls games. It's going to come to me. Patches. Yeah, that's his name. Same voice actor, same exact trick, where he waits for you to try to grab an item off of a ledge somewhere, and then he gets behind you and kicks you off the ledge. All right, so now we are entering the last major area of the main game. We have only a couple bosses left. Game's almost over, guys. Welcome to the Nightmare of Mensis. So again, separate dream realms all exist, and this one is likely tiered somewhere around where all the other dream realms exist. It is possible that, of course, if this is sitting directly below another dream and something were to fall through, that would potentially show up in this area. I don't think it actually happens. You can't see in the sky anything above us, but I don't think you could in any of the other areas as well, so We are in the presence of a bell-ringing maiden, so somewhere we may need to kill her if we don't want to get invaded. And if I do get invaded, I'll do my best to win, but I'm not terribly worried about that. Again, 79,000 souls for Blood Echoes. A lot, but not game-breaking. Uh-oh. Our old buddies, the big worms. Look at these things. Jerks. Both of you. And not worth much. More trouble than you're worth. And Oogie Boogie! Oh, didn't mean to do that. Getting my controls confused. I did happen to play a little bit of Elden Ring last night when it initially launched around midnight. I like it. I like it a lot. It's the perfect marriage of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, or if you're more traditional than that, I would say Skyrim or Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, and Dark Souls. It is a very fun combination. So we're not walking out here yet because there is something that we want to take a look at. Where's my monocular? Here it is. All right, let us take a quick peek at that right there. So you see this guy was impaled, except those spears don't appear like they were driven into his body. They look like they shot out of the body. So let's see if we find out what happens. That tower up there is the source of that gentleman's demise. There's something in there, and if it has direct line of sight on us, we build up frenzy. So it would be a good idea right now to get rid of some of this extra stuff and put on the sedatives, because we are going to need them very quickly here. I don't think it continues building up if you break line of sight, but we may be forced to fight out in the open. So it's very important that you have sedative on hand for this area. Go. And there's the Hunter Lantern. Very good. So I see an object right there in the open. We may or may not be able to get to it. And I hear a creature nearby. Now, funny thing about this area, the cause of all that damage damages them as well. And there's some parasites. Alright. Did alright. So I can grab that, but I'm going to want to hide as soon as I can. Go! Ah, it's not worth it! Uh-oh. And you can see as part of the frenzy buildup, it's damaging me, and those spear-like objects are shooting out of my body as well. Come on. Get the worms. Your hitboxes are not realistic at all. You shouldn't be able to bite me like that. Run! Now, this is purely conjecture on what exactly is happening when you experience frenzy in this game. But the act of blood ministration in the town of Yharnam involves putting blood that has been treated with a medium, the old blood, into your body. The source of that old blood is most likely a great one. And it is possible that when two great ones encounter each other, maybe they are not always friendly. And it is possible that you are, when experiencing frenzy, being subjected to the wrath of one great one against another great one. Again, purely conjecture, no real evidence to support that, but I haven't heard anything better to explain what that is. Over the edge! Oh, suck it. Uh-oh, I'm about to take a hit to my frenzy. Oh, boy. Oh, don't go over the edge. Don't go over the edge. Oh, I got an eye rune. I think we've already gotten that. We'll double check because we're in no danger right now. Yep. All right, so that just increases your ability to get items from enemies that die. And I think we got the lower of the two, so no difference in the messaging. Just talks about how Master Willem had an epiphany that involved lining your mind with eyes. Big swing. Cover the edge! See ya. I don't think this is going to pay off. Yeah, because this is a lever that won't actually do anything for us. Well, we did unlock a lantern. And that's going to be useful for when we find the shortcut here, which we can't activate. It activates from up above. That is good to have that lantern. Don't know if it's going to help us get any closer to the castle, which is where we need to head right now. Ouch! Owie! Ow, 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 ow! By the way, physical eye contact with whatever is in that tower is damaging us as well as the frenzy buildup, so you cannot linger. You got to move fast. Look at that damage. Oh, that's brutal. Like, it's subtle, but in the background you can hear a heartbeat. Dum, 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 dum. No, 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 no. I broke line of sight. Sorry, I'm trying to see if there's anything back behind me here. I don't think there is. So, stop it. Up the hill. Owie! Across the gap. Doesn't see me, that's good. Go, 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 go. Break line of sight. Hello. No, you don't. You and your stupid worms! Uh-oh. I better heal, 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 heal. And sedative. Ah, good. Alright. First time through, I do tend to kill enemies here instead of trying to run through. If for some reason we die in this run up to the building, I may end up just running past most of these guys, but there's some items scattered around that you do want. So you try to pick those up as much as you can on this clear shot to the building. Like the skulls. Now, one thing we hadn't done because there wasn't really a safe opportunity to do so is to examine the background. As with the other nightmares that we had been in, there is a little bit to be gleaned from the background. I took off the monocle. Monocular, rather. So I don't know if it's amplified when you use the monocular or if I'm just hearing it while we're standing still, but you can very quietly hear the surge of waves from water somewhere. Because again, the common connecting point between all of the dream realms and the waking world is bodies of water. You can't see the ground out there, it's covered in fog, but if you could, I would suspect that you would be able to find water under there. Fortunately, it doesn't look like from where I'm standing there's a whole lot to be gleamed. Alright, we should be alright. We might get that guy throwing stuff at us in a second here, but we'll try to get up to him quick. Hey, what up, jerk? Get out of here. Down you go, big boy. Unfortunately, we may be about to get, stones thrown our way. Nothing you can do about that. Just kill him. Owie! Oh no. Ah, I'm dead. I took one right to the dome. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, no. Heal up. Oh, no. Why are they not taking Frenzy? I can't get any. Oh, man. I may die here. Yep. I couldn't get any chance to heal there. They just did not want to give me any break. Uh-oh. Pop a sedative? All right. See you later, boys. Oh, man, they're following stuff. This is unbelievable. I'm dead. I'm dead. I have never had this much trouble getting up this hill. I don't know. What's the matter, man? When it's not 2-on-1, it's not so goddamn easy, is it? Ah, Did I get the item back here? I did not. I did this time. Come on, let me buy. Big boy. Uh-oh. Oh, damn it, I was there! Why did I stop to fight? Alright, now it's more fair. You want it? I'll give it to you. Now you're generating lightning, though. Damn it. Stop that! You and your damn worms, too. If I die to the worms, I swear to God, I'm done for the night. Right up the keister. You earned that, buddy. Alright, maybe now I can do a little bit of equipment gathering. Bloodstone chunk. Good, good. Fire damp blood gem. Nice. I I can hear the bell. I just don't know where she is. She may be inside the castle, but I don't think that was the case. This is where we want and need to be. I don't know if the ringing ends here or not. The reason why we keep hearing that eye beam, I keep saying it's an eye beam, but we don't know it's an eye. These are eyes, though. All over the walls. Covered in eyes. We are, of course, in a nightmare. And the School of Mensis was almost certainly using eyes as well as other body parts as part of the ritual, so it would certainly lend itself to the notion that maybe they wanted the Nightmare Realm so they could get more body parts for the rituals, and they knew that if they generated the right kind of nightmare, they could get all they wanted. Hello, big spider. This is a very dangerous area, and very difficult. We'll walk in a little bit, and then we'll see if we can't lure them down. Got you, big girl. Unfortunately, I think her buddies will come after me as well. Let's see if we can't poke at him from a distance. I don't have to fight you fair. Does not behoove me. Of course, now I'm out of Quicksilver bullets, but that's fine. Nope, they haven't come down yet, but one of them will eventually. Come on. Really? Come on. No reason to bum rush in here. Won't make this go any more smoothly. That ringing does sound like it is closer than it was before. Oh, here they come. So it may not be a bad idea to gate them by fighting right here. Oh, they're not too bad. Ow! Jerk. I remember these guys being harder than they are, I guess. And I think those two drop on the upper platform here. They don't come down on you. But they did just drop, so who knows. Shaman Bone Blade. Those are very cool items that we may not get to use here. Now let's go up, because I do think that is where the Bell Maiden is. We can hear the bell right now, so she's got to be nearby. I think if you kill her once, just like in the Nightmare Frontier, it's pretty much the end of the enemy spawns for NPC, or not NPC, but other players jumping into your game. She's so close. And I think she might have summoned someone, or not. There she is. Bye-bye. And we're trying to summon people in. Alright, I got some kin cold blood off of that body. Not a huge pickup, but the important part is we can't be invaded anymore. Ooh. Something lit up over there. It's important to note that in the main game, you cannot find any hidden walls, unlike most Dark Souls games where hidden walls were very abundant. In this area, you won't find anything like that. However, in the Chalice dungeons, there are a very small number of places where you can find a hidden wall. Madman's knowledge. Now that we are not under threat of attack, let's take a quick look at those Shaman Bone Blades. If I can find them. Yeah, there. Shaman Bone Blade. A blade of bone coated with gruesome spinal fluid. Used by old labyrinth watchers, in particular, those presiding over rituals. When a victim is cut by this blade, the green spinal fluid temporarily numbs the senses, disturbing the target's gross motor skills. The blade, never intended for battle, must cut deep to be effective and breaks. So what this does, and it has very limited use in the game, if you happen to be fighting against a human combatant, I believe it has to be human in order for it to work, and you effectively get them with one of those blades, they will start attacking your enemies. It is very useful if you get into areas where a bunch of NPC hunters start attacking, for example, this area right here. That's almost certainly why they put them there. You don't have to fight this guy, but it would be a good idea to do so with the Shaman Bone Blade. Let's give it a shot. Why not? No promises, but you never know. We might get lucky. You can see there's someone directly behind him that's walking back and forth. In case you didn't notice that, there was the sound of a baby. It sounded clearer than any other spot in the game that we've been to at this point. See if we can't get him. Ah, missed my opening. Nope, nope. Now we're just getting hurt. Oh boy, not going well. Now we're doing all right. Big swing. Ow, big hit. You and your Rose Marinus. Ah, screw you, mugging at me. We're not under threat of invasion, but we do have to get back to that bridge. And unfortunately, I think most, if not all, of those spiders do respawn. The big one may not, but the small ones absolutely do. Ah, boy, here we go again. I did mention this is the last area of the game, right? I like that you can eventually... Did that work? Did that work? Fight him. Not me. Him. There you go. Good job, idiots. Kill each other. Yeah, I'm not sure that that works on every enemy, but it works on enough of them that you can distract your threats and make a clean getaway. See you later, guys. I don't know if any of them come in the building. Oh, look at that. The big one does respawn. Oh, well. Alright, let's do this. Yep. Yep. Come on. Come down here. Alright, I'll have to do this the hard way. There are the two ones that drop on the platform. The others can't reach me without going up the steps, so this is a safe spot for now. Of course, we don't want to lock on the wrong enemy and then get stuck attacking in a way that'll knock us off the ledge. Use the right item. Alright, so we may not be able to make it to this point without incurring the wrath of these spiders, but we'll give it a shot. And the answer is, we did not. Now, the big spider can't get up here, but the little ones might. Oh, look at that. Made it clean. Right? round 2. And this time I won't be so cavalier. We'll try to get this guy the right way. Ow! That was not the right way! Yeah, how's it feel? You're getting pummeled now, jerk. Ow! You know, I know some magic myself. How's it feel? How's that feel? Like shooting me with your garbage? Good night, jackass. Bottles of sedative. Now, the clothing that he was wearing may not have been a super dead giveaway, but we'll go ahead and look at one of those outfits real quick. He was wearing the student uniform. Uniform of the students of Bergenworth. And it talks about how the people wore these as a bit of pretense. That what they were doing was not in the scholarly tradition of Bergenworth, so Master Willem would not have approved. But all that matters is that was one of the members of the School of Mensis. More eyeballs. Eyeballs everywhere. And they all appear to be tied to the spiders because you see a lot of webbing around all of those. Yellow backbone. That's another ritual material. Again, as we had mentioned in a previous episode, it seems like most of the ritual materials of any value and rarity, they all tend to be spinal. Or not spinal, but tied to the nervous system, rather. Eyeballs, spinal cords, even the shaman bone blades, they are covered in spinal fluid. There's the eye going crazy again. It's zapping someone outside. I don't know for certain, but I don't know if these guys attack you unless you attack them. Yeah, see, he doesn't seem to care. Well, I'm going to fight him anyway. Sorry, I am a heartless monster. And that is a very important thing because that is our shortcut, so we don't have to go through all that crap anymore. Alright, back out there. Quit goofing around. The reason why we're seeing all that nonsense going on right now is because one of the big trolls is almost certainly walking out in the open, and he's slow, so he can't get out of the way fast enough to avoid the damage. So there is our shortcut, and there is the lantern. So that'll save us a lot of grief going forward. I wasn't sure we'd get as far as we have in this episode, so I think what we may end up doing is we'll try the boss. There is a couple of bosses in this last big area. We'll get to the first one, I think, in fairly short order here. I don't think we have to go too far to get to him. Beast blood pellet. Again, I don't think any of these, I believe they're called attendants, actually attack you unless provoked. There may be someone in the area who can actually cause them to do so, but for now we are pretty safe just walking around them. An odd choice at this point in the game, but I'm sure there was a good reason. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is for them at this point. There is the person who would likely spur them to action if any of them are nearby. Yeah, that one's caught. Don't know what to do. Uh-oh. They're aggroed. Did you mess with the wrong guy? Yeah, they don't really give you much for your effort. So I'll get rid of them now, just to be safe. Alright, there we go. Now we'll go fight the big mamas downstairs. Not sure what they're actually called. Big mamas sounds good to me. There she is. Can I get a stun on you? Oh, not like that. Owie! Ooh. And they inflict poison damage. Gotcha. Substantial hit. I jam my fist through her body armor. Assuming she's not made entirely of metal. That does look like metal. Now, I do believe that the way that the nightmares work is that the areas are drawn from the host's knowledge, from their personal experiences. So we're inside of a large, what looks like a library almost. Lots of books. Which again, since we encountered a ritual that was being conducted by Mensis, one would come to the conclusion that this is, well, they even call it the Nightmare of Mensis, so this is being drawn from one of their memories. I just don't want to step off a ledge. Hello. This may also be maybe some of their personal desires, some of their fetishes. Uh-oh. Ow! Let's get away from those little guys and try to get the big mama somewhere where we can fight clean. Oh! Big swing. Ow! Gotcha. Oh, the camera's not helping. And off the ledge you go. See you. See if we can find the one that was hiding right here. Oh, there he was. There's one over there, too. I don't know where he went. Ow! There he is. No, you don't. And we're chomps for you. Get out of here. Okay. And the dirty gems are almost certainly tied to the fact that they were using poison-based weapons. I saw the skull when I was getting poisoned, so those may be giving me rapid poison. Lead elixir. Interesting that I see another church hunter here in the dream. Maybe just a coincidence that they needed some kind of conceit for placing the body there. Okay. So now we got another possible shortcut. I don't know if this is a shortcut or this just leads us up to the main area. Yeah, it just leads us to the main area. There is one somewhere nearby. Hello. Come on down. Now, if that is not an interesting sight, I don't know what to tell you. That's a crow with a dog for a head. And we're going to see some other weird here. See, that pillar right there almost looks like one of the giant tombstones in the Forbidden Woods. It doesn't mean that is what it is. It just kind of looks like it. Some more of the dog crows, crow dogs. Oh, and there is a dog with a crow for a head. So it's hard to say if that is a crow that became a dog or a dog that made a conscious decision to become a crow. Let's see if I can make the jump. Whee! Just a gemstone. May or may not be of use. This late in the game, those are probably the highest value gems you'll find in the regular game in this area. May not be any better than anything I've picked up in the Chalice dungeons, but it wouldn't hurt to look when we get finished up with this episode today. Come on. Die, jerk. So this is one of the most important things we're going to find in the entire game. Can't operate that, but here's the important part. Go inside this, and it takes us all the way back down to the Hunter Lantern, all the way back down here at the main hill for the area. And no, he's not keying on me. I think he sees someone else walking across the open area there. So now we have lots of ways back through the area that don't involve walking past that thing there. We don't see what it is. Not from here. I got good news, though. We will find it eventually. We haven't yet, but that will not last. Just a little bit more searching in the area. I think there might be something down there. A couple of somethings down there. Sorry, Crow Dog. Bloodstone chunk. That was definitely worth it. How about this? King Coldblood? Not really. All right, so our quarry for the end of the episode is back this way, and I think it's right through those archways up ahead, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, hello. That's a curious sight. I don't remember these guys ever attacking here. It's all right. Not a big deal. Oh, that was pointless. I believe this platform lowers down to the big area below once we finish the fight. Or if not, no, it's not after we finish the fight. There is another thing we have to do before that lowers. But we will be back in that big hall later, so that shortcut was important. All right, here we go.
Kos. Or some say cosm. Do you hear our prayers? No, we shall not abandon the dream. can catch us. No one can stop us now.
Now we get to take on Mikalash, host of the nightmare. So that body in the center chamber, or center of the chamber where all the other scholars of Mensis were seated, that body was Mikalash, who we're chasing right now. And yes, he does this on purpose. He's trying to lure us to a spot where he can attack us, in theory, with all these helpers. There he is again. Oh! He did a double back. I didn't see that coming. Do it again. There. Oh! I thought he did for a second there. He will eventually fight, but this is just to try to trick us and lose us in his little maze. Nope, missed. Well, one other thing I could do is just blast him in the back. Jerk. He's escaping. I need to cut a corner. Ah, there we go. Now, you will note, I have not hit him very many times, and he is taking a lot of damage. But you can also see that these mannequins are capable of dealing out a ton. I'm gonna cut the corner on you. Oh, he doubled back again. You got me. You got me, guy. Alright, I think he goes in the chamber there now, and that's where we're going to fight him. If I don't beat his ass before we get there. There we go. Fight time! Oh, no. So, he is very high in arcane. He can do those Augur of Ebrietas moves, and they do tons of damage if they hit. Alright, first attack done. Now we gotta go find him again.
Oh, majestic! A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. But alas, not too fast. This world's chains unending.
He's out here somewhere. We just gotta figure out where. I don't think he went back into his chamber. Did he? No? Well, kill a couple of these buddies. Might have to leave the loop. Honestly, this part is one of the areas where the boss fight does not go too smooth. It's alright, we get to enjoy some more of this awesome music. Alright guys, you want it, I'll give it to you. That little bit there indicating, of course, that Rom, who they were begging to be granted eyes, was very likely human at some point. Ow! You jerk. Right in the tummy. Yeah. Oh, we found another moon rune. Those are very valuable, even this late in the game, because they boost the number of blood echoes you get for killing enemies.
Kos. Some say Kos.
All right, guy, you gotta help me out here. Do you not want to fight? This is legit one of the best boss songs in the entire game, so it's cool that we're getting to listen to it, even though it's because I can't find where Mikolash is hiding.
Kos. Some say Kos.
All right, we're back here. Ah, there he is. All right, guy. No more games. Let's do this. Ah, of course. Yeah, fun. You kill those guys when they hit you, and you can't get any blood echoes back. Bloodstone chunk. So I don't know for certain, but I believe once he goes through that mirror, you can find him back down here. Maybe? Maybe not. Well, you can go back around the loop here and just make sure he's not up in this area still. Well, nothing there. Go back down. So you... He's just mocking me. Oh, I see him. I also see an item. Cold blood. Alright, let's get the drop on him. Yep. I didn't make it. Alright, well. Important party went back in the boss arena, and now he's hiding. Coward. Give me the item. So now I gotta go back upstairs and go up to that upper area that we could drop down into his fight area. If we can find it. Oh, did we go the wrong way? Ah, sorry, I gotta adjust. We're not in any danger right now. Here we go. Back this way. Oh, did I go the wrong way again? Dang it. Oh, this might be it. Or not. I'm gonna get to him eventually. He's up here somewhere. Alright, this is where I needed to go. So drop in this way, or... No. It's the other one. It's right up here. Thought it was up here. We're in the right area. We just gotta find the point I can drop down on him. Shoot, I had it. I had it somewhere. I just don't remember where. It's up here. Back this way? Maybe. Stay down. Okay, there's the gate he closed, so we gotta drop in from up that way. No? Oh, here we go. Got it. Alright. Now, it's gonna suck, as after all this work, watch him kill me in like one hit. Drop in! Hey, big hit. Ow! Like I said. No, you don't. Heal up. Oh, no. Heal, 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 heal. Flail on him. Give it to him. Jackass. Now we have our own Mensis cage. And more importantly, we now have a way forward. I believe on the other side I saw a lantern, so we want to get to that. And we're going to call it an episode. This has been a very long recording, and it's time to wrap things up here. So let's take a look at the Mensis cage. I don't know if we had already found one or not. Doesn't look like it. Mensis cage. The School of Mensis controls the unseen village. We already knew that. This hexagonal iron cage suggests their strange ways. The cage is a device that restrains the will of the self, allowing one to see the profane world for what it is. It also serves as an antenna that facilitates contact with the great ones of the dream. But to an observer, the iron cage appears to be precisely what delivered them to their harrowing nightmare. So they used it for two things. One, to try to actually make contact with the Great Ones, but also seeing that they could only make contact with the Great Ones through the nightmare. They likely put that cage on there to prevent themselves from physically harming themselves in fear of what they were seeing. You know, maybe trying to cover their eyes, and with the cage there, they couldn't do so. Hard to say. But now we have our own cage that we can put on our head and look like an idiot for the rest of the show. Funny thing is, you can roll. I don't know how that works, but whatever. All right, let us get to that sweet, sweet hunter's lantern and get out of here. As soon as I remember how to get to it. I think it's up, 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 up. And up some more. This way? Maybe not. Well, if the goal of Mikolash's nightmare was to confuse you and get you completely lost, mission accomplished. It's still hard to figure out where you're going in these. Important to note, because it's something that I don't think he realized in his attempts to beckon a nightmare. Mikolash was very upset when we defeated him in the nightmare and said that now he's going to wake up and he'll forget everything. Small problem with that. As you may or may not recall, when we found his body in the waking world, he was dead. And his body had rotten to pieces. There was basically just a dusty skeleton left. So no, he's not going to wake up. He's dead. The version of him in the waking world and the version of him in the dream are now both gone, so there won't be any waking up for him. Unless you're signed to a contract like most of the hunters, there is no revival once you die in the nightmare. And the School of Mensis almost certainly did not sign any kind of hunter's contract. Alright, so here we go. Found the lantern. Whew! We accomplished a lot in this episode. I'm going to go ahead and head back to the hunter's dream, where we can wrap things up. Ooh, and I got a lot of work ahead of me. Not only editing this episode, but trying to summarize all of the things that we have seen and accomplished in the last couple of episodes, because we have done a lot. Let's get rid of that and leave those on for now. Don't know if there's a whole lot of additional upgrades we can do for the equipment. Maybe we can get a blood gem. Fortify. I don't even have enough to do that and that. I guess we do now have the means to look at the Kos parasite. We missed the item that would benefit the beast transformation, but the milkweed will now allow us to check out that particular item. So let's put that on real quick. Just take a peek at it. Say hello to Broccoli Man again. And let's put on the Kos parasite. So you can see his arms are already kind of spindly, but you put this weird, almost like a staff, but it's a tentacle. Not a staff, but like a spike, but a tentacle on his arm. Normally when you put that on and you're not in milkweed form, I don't know if it does much of anything. I think you just attack like you have a normal punch attack. But when you become Broccoli Man, the attack becomes something like this. And this. Also, when you roll as Broccoli Man, he has a unique animation for rolling and getting up. Yeah, very cool. Transformed. Now he can do it with both hands. When he backsteps, he spits as part of that attack. This is a very unique build. I believe this is a, yeah, it is an arcane build, so this would work good with how we've built the character. It is very unusual, though, and I tend to stick to more traditional weapons when I play this game, so fun to play around with a little bit, but really not terribly practical. Let's go ahead and transform back into Human Man. If you remember the transformations from the Wonder Boy 3 Dragon's Trap Longplay, I think Human or Human Man was one of the options. Let's go and put that on. Oh, and there was one other anti-clockwise. Yeah, let's bump you up a little bit. Union, good. All right. Perfect. We'll fortify, not fortify, we'll repair equipment. And check out the blood gem, see if there was anything good for this weapon. Doesn't look like it. This would be in the area where you would find the good stuff. Nothing there as well. And we don't use thrust or blunt with this weapon. This is very much a sharp-edged weapon. And I don't know if we're going to find anything better than what we're currently using that's not super dangerous like these cursed blood gems. Attack versus beasts down 10%. That is insane. No. No, 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 no. That might not be a bad idea against the final bosses of the game. Because I don't believe any of them are beasts. And we probably can't get any new equipment. I don't think Mikolash drops anything other than the Mensis cage. All of his attacks were basically the same attacks we had been using with the arcane items, so there was nothing special to get from those. Whee! Check. Nope. No, 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 nope, 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 nope. No guns. No, nothing there. Okay. I'll dump some points into my level, and that'll be the end of the episode.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well. Let me...
So we've maxed out the soft cap for arcane. And we had to do that so that we could use a call beyond. Very cool. Uses a lot of blood bullets. Not terribly accurate since the shots fire in all directions. And half of those directions are right down into the ground, which is a strange choice. It was a choice they made. I don't know if I would have made it. 60, 61. So let's boost our skill. And we're good to go.
Well, good hunter. May you find...
All right. This was a long one. I suspect when I finally finish editing this episode and I put it up, probably will be somewhere in the 2.5 hour range because of all the fighting against the Orphan of Kos that I did at the beginning of the episode. I'm going to cut down as much of that as I can so this isn't a ridiculously overlong episode, but we got a lot done and we are within striking distance, I would say, in the next episode, possibly 2, of finishing the game. So we got a bunch finished here, and we are nearing the end of our journey. If you've stuck around this long, I do appreciate that. I know these episodes can be long, but hopefully I've been a good enough storyteller, and I've been able to weave together the plot well enough that you understand what's going on, and maybe, just maybe, you already know where things are leading. Hard to say, but we will probably get to that sometime very, very soon. So, as always, I do appreciate each of you watching these episodes, and I will see you next time.